Got it. I'll deliver your story exactly as you piece. I'm taking everything, soldier, he said. Then I made one call. The call came just after midnight. His voice was steady, almost too steady. I'm taking everything, soldier. That was all he said before the line went dead. I stared at the phone, its black screen reflecting a face I barely recognized, calm but drained of color. The word soldier wasn't an insult, it was a reminder. He knew I'd been trained to endure, to wait, to strike when the timing was perfect. The sound of the fridge's compressor kicking on was the only thing in the room besides my own breathing. Somewhere beyond the walls, a car passed, tires on wet asphalt. It all felt slower than it should. I didn't move, not yet. Because when someone announces they're taking everything, you don't rush to stop them. You let them believe you haven't noticed what's already gone. It started weeks earlier, a sudden change in her eyes. Not guilt, not exactly, more like calculation. Conversations shortened, texts hidden under the table, a password on her laptop that hadn't been there before. I told myself it was nothing. She'd been restless lately, said she wanted to travel more, said I was too methodical, like it was a flaw. The first time I saw him was by accident, at the gas station. She was in his car, passenger seat reclined just enough for her head to tilt toward him. His hand was on the steering wheel, but his eyes were on her. He saw me first, didn't flinch, didn't smile, just gave the faintest nod, as if we both knew where this was heading. That night, she came home smelling faintly of someone else's cologne. I didn't mention it. You don't survive long in the military without learning patience. You don't confront a threat without knowing exactly what you're walking into. So I waited. I bought a prepaid phone, quietly installed a hidden app on her laptop while she slept, took photos of receipts she left in her purse, dinner for two in a city she never mentioned visiting, a hotel room charged under an alias that matched his initials. I didn't ask questions. People tell the truth more easily when you don't ask. 2 weeks in, I had enough to confirm what I already suspected. But suspicion isn't proof. It's ammunition that hasn't been chambered yet. The DNA test wasn't about our son. I already knew he was mine. It was about the second test, the one that confirmed he had a child, too. A child born to a woman I've been married to for 6 years. Every day after that was just acting. Breakfast conversations, light jokes, soft smiles, all calculated, all false. The real me sat in the back of my skull, watching, waiting for the perfect moment to surface. The moment came in the form of an envelope, plain, unmarked, delivered to my hand by a man who didn't bother giving his name. Inside, photographs, dates, and, most importantly, bank records. She hadn't just been unfaithful, she'd been helping him drain my accounts. Small transfers, hidden in plain sight, routed through shell accounts until they landed in his. When I got home, she was in the kitchen, humming. She turned when I walked in, her smile too bright. I placed the envelope on the counter between us. "Open it," I said. She did. Her face didn't crumble. It froze. That's the thing about liars. They're not prepared for silence. She tried to speak. I raised my hand slightly, palm out. She stopped. Her breathing grew uneven. And in that stillness, I knew she finally understood. I wasn't here to argue. I was here to end something. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. Instead, I pulled out my phone and dialed one number. He answered on the second ring. "Hello, soldier," he said. The smirk in his voice was almost visible. "You're done," I replied, my tone flat. "Check your account." A pause. Then another. And then the sound of breathing turning sharp, panicked. While they played their game, I'd played mine. Every cent they took was traced, documented, and legally reclaimed, plus interest. The house? In my name. The car? Paid in full by me. And the business he'd been funneling my money into? Acquired last night through a third party who now reported to me. I'd taken everything back. And something more. I ended the call. Her eyes were wet now, not with remorse, but with the fear of someone who's just realized there's nothing left to bargain with. "You'll pack tonight," I said. No emotion, no hesitation, just orders. By morning, she was gone. I stood in the doorway, watching the taillights fade. No part of me wanted to run after her. No part of me wondered if I'd gone too far. People talk about closure like it's healing. It isn't. It's the removal of a weight you didn't know you'd been carrying until it's gone. I went inside, sat at the table. The envelope still lay there, empty now, but heavy in memory. She'd taken my trust, my time, my patience. But she'd forgotten one thing. I was a soldier long before I was her husband. And soldiers don't lose. They wait. They strike. They finish.